And we are live. It's been a long time. I know I haven't posted videos in a while, but today I'm coming out with a little Q&A and let's get some answers for you guys and what have I been up to. I know I haven't been posting a video in a while, but this is why, because I've been here working, doing stuff with this little thingy right here, which needs to get built by yours truly. It kind of sucks that after building the whole car, it kind of like went bad. We had that little issue with the head, and now it's getting put back together. It's getting super revised. Um, so I've been taking all the steps to get this beautiful piece of art done the right way. I think I really like Adam's new accent over here by actually putting the brand new Skyline GTR label on the valve cover. It looks really good. And here's the other parts that came out, which I have laying around. Yeah, don't mind the oil, that was from cleaning the head. So the head's clean, the table's dirty. You gotta transfer the dirt from one piece to another. You can't just like make the dirt disappear or the oil disappear. I also have my little other station over here. Oh guys, check this out. I finally made it happen. They got my name right at Starbucks. So I get to answer a few guys' questions. So as away, I have about probably 10 minutes to make this video. So let me hear what you guys have to ask, since I haven't talked to you guys in a few days. How much horsepower? Well, we're trying to get like 500 out of this one, probably like 450 to 500 range, so it's reliable and doesn't be breaking drivetrain axles and everything else. The engine will take a lot of power, but the drivetrain will not. So we want to make the car reliable, so you have to stay around below 500 horsepower range so you can actually have fun and enjoy the car. If I ever go in drag racing again, I don't know. I'm really scared of drag racing. Last time I went drag racing with my car, I broke the output shaft and transmission, and it wasn't a good day because then I had to my car towed and I couldn't drive it home. And I have to get another transmission. Or you break, every time you drag race, you break something. Like if you're gonna drag race, you gotta go all out. You can't go halfway. So if you go all out, you're probably gonna break something. Wait, hold on. The questions are disappearing. Say big boost. Wait, say big boost like this or like big boost? The Skyline is the only project that I'm working on right now. I do have a lot of stuff to upgrade on my E36, but I have to fix the Skyline, and then also I gotta probably take apart the SR20 again. As you guys saw in Adam's previous dyno video, it went bad. So I have to, once again, fix the SR. I have not fixed my BMW yet. All right, I'm going to replace the crankshaft on my BMW, so I won't have no more woodruff keys problems. The woodruff key slot on the crankshaft is worn out, so I know it's a ticking time bomb that my woodruff key is going to break once again, but hopefully it doesn't. And then I got fueling upgrades and I got cooling upgrades for it as well to make it more reliable. Wait, hold on. Why do you think the SR keeps breaking? Well, it broke this time because the studs on the head did not hold the head down, and it lifted the head and causing it to sip compression into the cooling system, and thus giving you that thing as a blown head gasket because of lifting the head. All right, when you have a boosted car, you're pushing more air into the cylinder, so you're making more power. More power is being created by having more cylinder pressure, so that pressure is pushing the, all right, it's pushing pretty much trying to make the head and the block come apart. So you have to upgrade your head studs so it holds the head down and it keeps the head together to the block, and it doesn't like have any compression leaking through. But the head studs that we were using, it says that you need to torque them to about 60 or 65 foot-pounds. I don't remember exactly what it was. It's one of them too, but that's not enough clamping force to hold the head down after 20-something PSI of boost. So it caused the head gaskets to pretty much blow and make us have to rebuild the SR again. Swap all the taillights on the R32 with what? Right now, does it have different wheels? I'm not sure. I think the Skylime has 17s in the front and 18s in the back. I'm not sure. I gotta check. I haven't like paid attention to that. I've been so focused on the engine that I haven't checked that stuff. Wait, I'm trying to like scroll through a few other questions. What am I missing there? The engine got valves redone again. It had problems with the intake valves not sealing right on cylinder number 2, and it caused a big compression drop. Now that's fixed. I revised all the lifters. It supposedly had a bad lifter. I don't know which one it was. I did not go to the machine shop with Adam, so I don't know which lifter was bad. But then, as you also saw on today's video from Adam, there was one other lifter. I took all of them off, and you're supposed to like pressing them. All right, it's like squishy. All right, all of them feel good except one did not squish smooth. It was like getting stuck. I took it apart. It had a little clip that was kind of like binding. So I took the broken lifter and used a good part of it and replaced it on the bad one. So I made one lifter out of 2 bad ones, and now all the lifters on the head are good, including that one new lifter that's, I don't know where it went or in which spot it is, because they all look the same. Hardest motor you ever worked on? I don't know. Probably the hardest motors to work on are stock engines. Like, I remember one time I had to do like head gasket on a minivan. That one really sucked because there's like no space. I'm never working on those again. I'll stay to like performance engines. Actually, performance engines are a lot easier to work on than stock engines with a bunch of covers, brackets, and stuff they don't need. Like, as you can see on these engines, we'll like simplify everything and make it like super easy access. Except down here, as you can see, it's not very easy access. I don't know if you guys saw in details, like I went and put heat wrap on everything this time. Yeah, there is a T on the oil drain line because this T is going to have the turbo drain, and also the head has a drain all the way back there. You can't like really see, but it's all the way in there, and it drains back there into the oil pan as well. So the head will have a front drain and a newly added rear drain, plus the drains on the head as well to the block are enlarged, so it doesn't have that problem with the RBs that all the oil stays on the head and then the sump goes dry and you lose oil pressure. Also, not just that, but they have a ton of blowback because there's so much oil on the top, it sips it out of the valve covers. How many times has the SR been rebuilt? You know what, I actually lost count. I have no idea how many times that engine has been rebuilt. It almost feels like a model scale engine that you just like take it apart and put it back together like a bunch of times for fun. That's almost like what it's looking like right now. Hopefully after this, we torque the head back to the proper torque spec that. So what we're gonna do next time is instead of torquing the new studs to 60 or 65 foot-pounds of torque, we're actually gonna go to 80 or 90 foot-pounds of torque, so it keeps the right clamping force on the head. If not, I told Adam, you know what, we should just go with half-inch studs. If we would have gone half-inch studs, what happened? I don't even know. Did you guys hear me talking on the phone, or I don't even know what happened? Adam called me and I was like, I don't know if he paused the video or something. Did it? I have no idea what it do. No, Adam's not here. Adam was just calling me on the phone, checking up on how was I doing, if I was already here or not. But yeah, the 10 minutes are almost up. Like, I'm probably gonna have to end the video. Maybe I'll extend it a few more minutes, but I gotta cut it short so I get this thing. I have to put all this stuff back in the car today and have it running. So there's a lot of work still. It may look there's a few things, but these manifold bolts alone are such a pain to put on. It's like ridiculous. Also, check out the beautiful Garrett turbo. It's a GTX 3071R. And check out them welds, bro. Look at that. So I did this thing so it fits. It barely clears the strut tower. It's like almost touching. I think it was probably touching right here. Wait, no. Never mind. That's just fingerprint. Also, guys, this is the pipe that I made for the throttle body side or intake manifold side. Check out this thing. I also make these little welds over here so the copper doesn't fall off. I also make sure it was all smoothed down on the inside so it has good flow. And the best welds ever are on these wastegates. What do you think of this? Yeah. And not only one, but two that look the same. Then the other side pipe is this one. Again, bunch of insulated hoses. The coolest thermal shield ever. Skyline part number. And then we have the fueler over here with the D-truck injectors. Front cover. I took the liberty of marking exactly where this thing was, so when I'm gonna do the timing, it's exactly the same, so I don't have to even mess with that again. And then check out how cool all my hoses came out. This is the hose that goes from the back of the head into the oil pan, and it's properly insulated using this cool stuff. And then we don't mind a bunch of wires. There's a bunch of things that's still only like thrown together, and then later we're gonna clean up the harness and make it all like a lot nicer after we got everything working. But for now, this is just like testing wiring. Then I got the oil, I got the oil filter all the way over here, so it connects to the block here. Then it has this thermostatic oil filter adapter, which allows the oil to hold a better temperature. So if the oil is cold, it won't loop it through the oil cooler all the way over here. So just loop it on the engine, and once the oil gets to a certain temperature, they will pass the oil through the oil cooler and cool it down. And once it goes back down, and it loops it again with the oil cooler to maintain the best possible oil temperatures. I also have to modify the water neck over here for the intake manifold to fit, because the intake manifold is, like, as you can see, it's pretty big. So the water neck was actually hitting against the intake manifold. So I'm just shortening it up a little bit, turn it down a bit, and it works now. What else is funny back here? Fuel pressure regulator is all the way over here, but it goes in this bolt. What else? Yeah, check it. Look at all the insulation. Everything just looks so like bulky and unnecessary, but it's totally necessary. We got silicone boost controller hoses, and on top of that, we got the DEI fire sleeve on top of it. So it's like, it can't get any more protected than this. You just can't. Unless you're like hard line or something. But then the problem with the hard line, it doesn't flex. You have to mount everything on the engine or on solid mounts, which we don't have right now. Right now, it still has the stock RB mounts for now. Let's see what else is down here. Oh, very important. If you're gonna have a manifold like the one that we have, you have to put your oil feed line like this. So literally have to use a 90 and then another 90 down here. Same thing for the water. The water feed has a banjo, and then I have a 90 on it, so it's like super flush against the block. That way it doesn't like get too close to the runners of the intake manifold. But yeah, like this took forever to design, and then I had to pull it all out. Water lines like this, banjo as well. Then feed line, also everything super insulated. Boost controller mounted right here, looks super clean. We got the chase base. power steering line kit. So it has a nice nylon braided line going to the rack. This nice nylon braided hose, also insulated because the manifold's like right over here. We got the Allen bolts going everywhere. We got the LS2 coils. I made this little harness, actually came out pretty clean. What do you think? I'm not really the best at making harnesses. I rather just build engines. But when it comes to making harnesses, I think I do a pretty good job with what I have. Then we got more Allen bolts for the valve covers. What else do we have over here? We just have such a mess. Oh wait, I need this. This is what creates big boost. And then the other most delicious treat, we need our brownie. So I'll save it for later. So I get tired when I'm hungry, so I bring my own little like care package. So when I get tired, I start drinking some hot chocolate. If I need a little bit more energy, then I'll take a bite of the brownie. So it keeps that little sugar rush going, and I can keep building this thing. VQ35HR, I think I built one a very long time ago. They're gonna pour hot chocolate on the engine. Oh my God. Oh, here's the wheel fitment thing. It actually looks pretty good. I think these are the exact same wheels that Adam has on the SR too. It's like, he has the same wheels on all the, wait no, those are still the old wheels. These are the new wheels. The new wheels are also over here. So he's running these on the back. Is there much you would change on the Skyline? I mean, I'll definitely put a good angle kit. I don't know. I think the car's pretty good. Oh, I'll definitely change the seats because the seats are kind of like for small people. So it's like small people seats. So are not the best. But if you're a small person, then you don't have a problem. But I'm not small. I'm like really far from small. So I honestly like the BMW seats a lot better. Is a diff welded? Nope. It has a clutch type LSD. I don't know what brand. It's probably one of those CAS or something like they always put in Japan. All these cars always come hooked up with the nice differentials. Then we're probably gonna have to install this little shiny stick later, which is an aluminum driveshaft. And I think this is a leftover box from all the parts that. Oh, you guys want to see the fuel system in the trunk? I'll show you real quick. Hold on. I gotta go around all this, and then wait. Oh, sorry. Pull this little button here. We go back here, and I'm gonna show you the super mess that is unfinished of the trunk. So I got the battery temporarily right here with this temporary ground too here. I gotta make the bracket. I already taped out where I'm gonna put it at, but I didn't get enough time to finish it. And then this is what we have for fuel system. I was trying to make a video for the fuel system, but I did not get to edit it yet. But this is pretty much the finished thing. I even made the stock tank like with AN fittings. Yes, I had to like fill this whole thing up over here because this thing is like slanted like at 45 degrees, and I will have the fittings like literally coming out. So in order to have the fittings fit down here, I had to put the fittings straight and then fill and modify this whole section right here. So it has dash 6 coming out of the tank. They go into this bulkhead adapters right here. Then it feeds into the catch can, the surge tank. Then once this reaches all the way up, then it'll loop back out into the flex fuel sensor. And then from the flex fuel sensor back into this bulkhead fitting, back into the tank right here. Then the fuel pumps are gonna feed with two 350 liter per hour pumps, so it's a total of 700 liter per hour pumps are gonna feed fuel into this Y transition. Then it goes to the DeechWorks fuel filter, then into this bulkhead fitting, then all the way to the front of the car, into the fuel rail, then from the fuel rail to the regulator back to this bulkhead fitting, back into the surge tank. So pretty much this keeps this filled, then this uses the fuel that's stored here and always circulates it so that all the excess goes back into the tank, and from the tank, make sure it keeps this other tank full. That's pretty much what it does. I can go ahead and close this back up. Told me what? Check out that nice Japanese speakers. Oh, I can't even walk through here. How do I like get back? Oh my God, such a mess. Yep, that's what happens when you have such a mess working with things in a rush, because there's a lot of things happening at the same time. Quad turbo, no, Flintstone, yeah. Also, a little quick tech tip right here. So you can see I have this little mark down there, this little black dot, and the 0 degree mark on the damper right here, which you can bear. There's the 0. That's the belt kind of gets in the way. That's pretty much top dead center. Then to align the cams, pretty much just line up this dot with this line right here, and then on the other side, you line this dot with this line right here, and that's how you time the RB25 engine. It's pretty simple. Add spark plug to exhaust. Now we're not gonna make a dragon out of this thing. All right, I think I did a pretty long live stream, so I'm gonna get back to work. I don't know if I'll get to film some stuff. I'm already here by myself, so if I gotta film the build, then I won't get it done today. So I'm gonna go back to work, and I'll probably see if I can upload some of the videos that I have when I was building the fuel system and working on the previous stuff that I have pre-recorded. I know they're a little old, but it's still content that I recorded for you guys that I haven't been able to edit and upload on YouTube. So I'll see if I can probably work on those either tonight or tomorrow. No, these cams, I believe that they don't need to be degreed. They're the Tomei Pong cams, so they fit with the stock cams, with the stock cam pulley. So they're already like set from factory where they need to be with the stock timing. So that's why they were preferred for this build. They're also very mild cams, so they don't take a lot of power from the bottom and reduce torque. So they're actually a very well balanced cam for this application. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching. Pretty sad about wait, only 110 people smash the like button or the thumbs up. What? That's it? After all this video, I show you guys like the coolest thing ever. Never mind. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.